Good.
throw in or
He,
whatever.
he would, Alustin would probably actually just give it to you, to be honest with you. So you guys have saved his life. So he hands you the scroll and he says, "Oh, one thing before you guys go, I feel that I just wanted to let you guys know that I probably won't be here when you come back. I think that this Age of Worms thing is unstoppable, unfortunately, and I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my life as I can. But I do recommend maybe meeting up with my one-time mentor. I didn't really talk about him very much because we left on bad terms, but he's an archmage and his name is Manzorian. He lives up in Longsaddle, which is much farther north of Waterdeep. I recommend that you go find him. I think that he probably can help you more than I can. And Elagos and both trained underneath him, and he's a good man. And I see great darkness coming, and you need all the help we can get.
He doesn't work with a guy named Sauron, does he?
No, he doesn't. No, he's on his own. He typically travels planes quite frequently. He's a very powerful caster, and I would highly recommend going to Saddle and seeing if you can meet up with him, because I think if anybody's going to defeat this Age of Worms or stop the Age of Worms coming, he would have probably the information. I know that I don't, and Elagos doesn't, so he would be the next step, I would think.
Fair enough. If you could write us a letter of introduction, that would be very nice. We could.
He says, "Of
present.
course, of course." So he sort of writes down on a piece of paper, and he's kind of scratching along and writes this note and rolls it up, seals it with a wax with his symbol, and hands it to you and says, "This will help you when you see. I hope if he's not still upset with our last encounter when we were together. Hopefully, it doesn't hurt you, but I would recommend seeing him."
All right. Well, in this dire times, I'm sure he knows what's going on, and if we would contact him, I don't think there's a way for trying to oppose this
Yeah, he says no.
wrong that's happening.
I don't think so. I think he will help you, and he kind of quickly and abruptly gives you a kind of a big hug and kind of a heartfelt hug, almost saying as if this is it. I'm probably not going to see you guys again. He kind of goes around, pats Carl on the head, and you know does his adieus, I guess.
Okay, that spell.
Yes.
Is that enough to move all of us to the plane of shadow, or just a person to the plane of shadow?
I think if you're all hanging on to hands and singing Kumbaya, yeah, you can all go.
All right. Well, then we have one. Try and anchor him. Two. We can follow him.
Alrighty.
That. Anybody else have any other ideas? I mean, for the time that he's standing there talking to us, if we can get within striking range for you to grapple him, but I don't know if him being grappled by you allows him to take you to the plane of shadow or not. You know what I mean? Razak?
Wait, what are we trying to do?
Well, like this last time that we passed by him, he was within striking range of your long reach, I think, wasn't he?
My what?
I think the spider dude was within striking range of your reach.
Oh, yeah.
So you might be able to grapple him. I just don't know if you grappling him would also allow him to shift you through the shadows or whatever.
Yeah.
The other thing
Well,
we
I
can
think
do is try
there was a saving throw the last time. But do we want him to bring the gun?
Whoa.
Or do we just want to prevent him from going back? Or do we actually want him to go back with someone?
I think the idea is to hopefully you guys will prevent him from going, but if he goes over, then you guys would go with him, right?
Yeah, we'd follow him or whatever. But if we could trap him here, land a dimensional anchor on him, grapple him or something or other, we might have some sort of advantages. Because if he has any arcane abilities, it might be wise to wrap him up in your loving embrace.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there, but if you're close enough that at least you can strike to grapple, and the planar bind able to land, then we won't need to shift. I'll pummel them down here. I guess that's our plan.
So yeah,
We're gonna go in there, and then as we pass by him and show our new holy water vials, we'll we'll do that. Now, here's another thing that's interesting is, was it, you said it was shadowy and everything else in there, right?
Yeah. There's all these little blades of shadows that are almost like spider webs that are cast kind of all throughout the room.
And those seem to be coming from those globes in the up above, or
No, they just seem to kind of unnaturally be there. Almost like the room is made for shadowy movement.
We could try and cast like
Daylight or something.
like daylight or continual light, something that's so strong and bright that it denies
Sure.
the shadows.
You could try that too.
And that might require him to have to do a move action to get to other shadows or something. That's another thing, and that's easy enough to do by just having it on a
Oh, so I just was looking at the dimensional anchor. There's no save for it.
Is it a touch or is it?
It's a ray.
It's a ray, so it's a ranged touch attack.
Yep.
So then anything we can do to buff Tanner when he attempts that. Be a good thing. In fact, maybe even memorizing it twice.
Sure, I can do that.
Just in case.
You can memorize it 4 times.
He comes back and goes, okay. So now we're gonna have something else to deal with. Then he's got a second shot at nailing him.
Sure. Yeah, he can memorize it up to 5 times actually.
Yeah, so maybe having it twice would be a good thing.
All right, I got it twice for him.
Any other ideas? 'Cause I was thinking like continual light or daylight would probably be even stronger if that thing has the counteract daylight. Got to be really strong. But if we could, how long does the daylight spell last when cast on an item? I don't know what the duration is.
I can look here just 1 second.
So if we can get that cast on like a.
So it's a long time. If Tanner was to cast it, it'd be 110 minutes. 2
Okay,
hours.
so he could cast that on some sort of little bauble or whatever the heck, and
Sure.
and carry it in his hand, or one of us could carry it in our hand. Actually, if Razik's like going to be the first one, he could have it in his mouth and just spit it out or something. You know what I mean? And then the area is just a glow in daylight. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll block the shadows.
Okay.
Or he could. I don't know if he doesn't do a bite attack, but if he just whatever. I don't know. I'm trying to come up with
Sure.
ideas where it'll shining through the room.
Yeah, whatever you guys think.
What do you think, Raz? You want to try something like that where you've got?
Yeah, well, I'll still have the spell effect even if I'm shifted.
Or hell, he can cast it on your teeth, and you just keep your mouth shut until you need to bear with us. You know what I'm saying?
Just don't close your mouth.
Cast it on your tongue or something or other. So then keep your mouth shut, and then when you need it to whatever, you just let while you're fighting him, you just fight him with your tongue hanging out. But yeah, I know. I suppose that way there would be shadow opposite to you because it would shine like a beam. That might not be the way you want to do it. We want it to be all around. I think the entire area around it, irrelevant of angles, is free of shadow with the daylight spell. So, all right, yeah, that's our plan.
Alrighty.
We'll cast it on a bobble of some type or a stone or something or other, and
Sounds good.
let Razik stash that in his mouth or something or other, and then maybe even another and Carl or
Alrighty.
and then we can strike at him when we know that Razik is within reach
Mhm.
in his form or something like that. Because when he came out of there, he was large in size.
Correct.
So this thing wouldn't naturally, suspect anything, hypothetically speaking, if he's large in size when we return.
Right.
Have a means of reach. And then he can have his held action based on Cormir, or not Cormir, Tanner trying to land the anchor spell. For all that matters, we can all just let loose with everything based on as soon as Tanner starts casting the spell.
Okay.
I need to replace arrows though, so I need to spend a couple of gold pieces.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and buy whatever arrows you need. And if you guys want to cast any spells beforehand too, you might want to do that now. Not sure if what came off and didn't come off.
I'll replace my sling. Yay! I got a bunch of ammo.
Nice. Yay. Very nice.
All right. Yeah. Other than that, get a couple vials of water that Tanner can bless and
Alrighty.
and anoint in alcohol or whatever, however he does it. I don't know.
Alcohol, I think.
And so that at least meets the blessed water or something or other, holy water.
Yeah.
And then we'll meander our way back in there.
Alrighty. Sounds good.
And preparatory, obvious.
Say a little prayer, right? I assume after he gets the dimensional anchor on, you want him to cast prayer, right? Because I don't think you want him to do it first, do you?
No. Oh, no.
All right, good. All right, and then looking here. Okay.
Well, prayer he doesn't have to maintain. It's like an ongoing blessing, but
It is, but I think if he casts it while there's a creature in the room, it'll take a negative effect. So you can either do it and you won't have the negative effect of the creature, or you can wait and then he can cast it later. Yeah, right. Either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and probably nail it with Bommy Grace. But all right.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, we got buffs. Yeah, okay, and you already cast the buff spell off of Comrade, right? Of Bless.
Yeah, I can do bless. Yep.
Bless and haste is on us. All right, cool.
Yep. Let me get. Is bless on you guys already or no? I don't think it is. I'll have to put it on
not
real
unless
quick.
you cast it.
Not yet.
Who's got Cat's Grace?
I have a potion of Cat's Grace. Want that? No, I don't. Not anymore. I guess I drank it. I only have a bull strength +4 to strength. Bull strength, bark skin. Bark skin would be obvious show though.
Yeah. Tanner has bull strength, but I don't think he has the other.
Yeah, I don't have Cat's Grace. Pick up a potion of that before we head.
I have it apparently.
All right, so bless is on.
All right.
All right. So is the marching order okay? You guys comfortable with that?
Yeah. Well, we probably pass by in a line or something or other, but
Yeah, go ahead and arrange them how you guys want them to be, and then I'll.
Carl or not Carl, whatever size Razik's going to be at, you probably want to adjust that.
Oh, okay. Back to octopus again.
Yeah.
All righty.
So I figured Former probably want to be in the distance as far away as possible because he's a caster. Line or whatever, and Razik and Carl go by. Tanner just has to be close enough to not risk attack of opportunity from the sides, but close enough to be able to cast it, which has a range ray or whatever. So as long as there's nothing in his way when he does the ray,
Okay.
then he didn't suffer any penalties to hit.
Does that look good?
Yeah, so we just kind of meander through.
Alrighty.
Maybe something like, I don't know, I guess everybody do it, but so that's kind of our line, our procession.
Gotcha. Alrighty. Sounds good. So as you guys enter back into the room, he reappears again and says, "All right, okay. So, are you guys ready now, or what's going on? Did you defeat him yet? Did you figure out how to do it?"
No, we just got back. I mean, we had to go get our potions and stuff to be able to fight the undead creatures that are with him to boot. If it was just him, maybe we had a chance, but we got to be able to fight them. So now we are equipped and ready to deal with that foe.
I have lost patience. You guys need to either do this now, or let's just be done with this, because this is silly.
Okay. Do you have any spells that you can help us with to move down there, or whatnot? Our friend here that goes in the water has a little more difficulty in getting there. Like, do you have a levitate or a fly type thing that you can help him with, or anything that helps in the?
It's like, well, let me cast a spell. Hang on a second. And so he starts to cast a spell.
A touch. I was trying to get to see if it's a touch. Fly requires him to touch. He's got to move closer.
So he's sort of casting a spell, and you kind of hear him casting, and then all of a sudden you notice that who was it that you wanted him to cast a spell on?
Razik. He's the water.
Yeah, so he doesn't actually touch him, but you notice that Razik sort of grows out these little like fairy wings off his back, and he's like, okay, now he can fly.
You rock, sir.
Hey.
We'll thank him.
All right, sounds good. He's like, is there anything else that you need?
Nope. So these guys would be moving across, right? Because this is how we come in, is up high, and then that descends down, right?
Yeah.
Down on the right and left up there, and where is he, up on the ceiling, on the floor?
No, he's on the steps, kind of like almost like he's guarding the steps, preventing you guys from getting around to Chingo.
Gotcha. He's such a smarty. Boromir, you probably would occupy that. And Razik, you probably could have moved closer while he's casting it to hold out your hand or something.
Hold out a little tentacle,
little tentacle, so that he can cast it. Oh, okay.
Go ahead and roll for initiatives too, because I assume you guys are going to be attacking here in just a second.
Yep. As soon as Tanner is within range to cast it, does he have to be any closer than he?
Nope, he is in range. He's 200 feet. He can be so.
Right. So that'll be his starting actions.
Alrighty. So
suckage.
I'm gonna go ahead and have him start then. Here we go. So here goes the roll.
Well, we need Carl and Razik's and Tanner's.
So he succeeds, passing his spell resistance, and hits him with the dimensional ray. Or the dimensional anchor.
Holy crap, we didn't account for that.
He's like, I knew you guys were deadly. And you see him kind of die. He says, "No, I can't leave."
Timed out.
Well, somebody left.
I know. Some Razik dimensionally teleported to the shadows. Alrighty. So let's see. Oh, I didn't do Tanner's initiative. Well, it's going to be at the top, so because he went first. All right. So Tanner did his. Flycatcher is next.
Well, you got Carl and Razik. You probably have to roll for them.
Oh, they didn't roll. All right.
See where they hit. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotcha. Missed it.
It timed out just as you
Yeah.
did that page.
Oh, that's even better, isn't it? Look at that. Let's see. All right, you guys got to dispatch this guy pretty quick. All right, so Carl will be up first, I guess. So my apologies. So let me do Carl's real quick. Let's see. Nate's gone. Actually, we'll just delay Carl for now. You guys, or do you want him to attack him? It's up to you guys. You want him to jump on him?
Yeah, definitely he would want to engage.
All right, gotcha.
Because if he's got a spellcaster of some type, then
Yeah, you're right.
we need to be able to get attacks. He may just go for grappling. If that
All right.
okay, but,
Sounds good. So, Carl.
He wouldn't.
Carl.
Nothing's huge in comparison to Carl.
Yeah.
So just fight him.
So Carl, he's going to get an attack of opportunity on Carl.
No, he isn't. He's flat-footed.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. Thanks for reminding me. So Carl kind of runs up to him, and Carl is medium, I think, right? Probably never get all these attacks right, but I'll try. So he'll try, and it's a hit.
And actually, the idea was to have all held actions to the second he started casting. So then
Is that what you want him to do?
we could, yeah, so that we could let loose and just everybody launch at the same time as soon as he started to weave his spell.
Oh,
You have a whole surprise action of one action, but
okay,
back there.
sure.
And that was the idea. So, and that's fine. You do it down the order, but
No, that's fine. We can do that too. I don't mind. Here comes Nate. Nate's coming back. So you wanted
yeah,
him? Okay. Yeah. Well, wait. Nate will be back here in just a second.
yeah. My concern was that if we didn't like synchronize our attack as soon as we initiated it on him,
Then he'd go away.
He'd be gone,
Gotcha.
and then he strikes whatever he wants to.
Gotcha. So let's do this, Cormer. Go ahead and do your attack next, then, and then and Bose, and then by then, hopefully, Nate will be back in game. So either one of you, it doesn't matter who. Go ahead, Cormer. You can go first.
Okay.
All right. So let's see here.
All right, that's it for my attack.
Alrighty.
Another critical, you big show
I
off.
don't know, right? Exactly.
All right, I'm gonna use well, we got haste, so I'm gonna fire off 3 of my pheromone arrows.
Alrighty.
Well, let's put it this way: I'm gonna fire them 1, 2, 3. And I'll only switch to a normal arrow if I hit with one of my pheromone arrows.
All right.
And I'm gonna do it with my touch attack deal, even though I know he's flat-footed. But
Okay, no problem.
if I nail him with pheromone, I add +2 to attack and damage for anyone that has the scent ability.
Gotcha.
Folks.
Yeah, yeah.
Octopus does, but I know that Carl does.
Carl does, yep.
So, all right, so dead aim. Dead aim for this. And I'm naming it on my oath bow. Clear you.
Yep.
Clear oath of death.
Yeah. Nice.
And oh wait! Oh crap! I think it did. Oh no, it doesn't matter. It's competent, so it wouldn't. Like I think I clicked Claflin's aim twice, but it wouldn't matter because it's competence. All right. Fourth goal and it's haste.
Oh, really? Oh, it was Razik's initiative. I thought that was your attack.
Oh yeah, no. Okay, so here we go. 2 criticals.
Look at all these freaking criticals.
Oh my god.
Nice.
It's 2
That
crits.
thing when it's
Right?
so awesome. Yeah.
You got 2 crits,
20s and
and they're both hits.
20s.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
2 natural 20s. I was like, I know I got a crit range of 19 to 20, but wow, okay.
Cormer had 2 out of 3 20s as well. Crazy. All right. Jesus. All right, so that's it. He's dead.
Hey, never mind, Razik.
Wow. All right, I see. I gotta relook at my monsters. I mean, that guy had 175 hit points
Can't whatever. 75, wow.
with a damage resistance and spell resistance. I mean, he was like one tough dude. I think his what's his CL? His CL is like high.
How many
So it must
criticals
have
did
been-
you do?
What's that?
How many criticals did he do?
So he did 2, and Cormer did 2.
2 criticals.
It's crazy. All right, so he's dead. He kind of collapses to the ground, he disappears. Sorry, he's a magical beast, so he kind of disappears. Nice job, guys. Wow. All right. Okay, now you guys got to try to get Chingo out.
Dingo and the man.
Do you guys remember how that room worked?
Yeah, I think what we need to do is destroy the frickin' thing on the ceiling
Okay, yep.
or whatever. Just beat it down with range stuff because we don't dare walk in the room.
Right, because it shoots you. So, yep.
Well, actually, that frickin' spider thing was saying it only held one at a time, but it was still trying to snatch us
It was
while he was in there. So
Uh-huh.
another lie. Okay, yeah. So what I'll do is I will shoot arrows if anybody else wants to do anything ranged.
Alrighty.
Not super exhaustible, but
We can use some magic missiles.
That's cool. They made it so that if you don't have a token now, it'll automatically add a letter token. That's cool. All right. I don't want to do that. I'm gonna unlock the tokens that way. All right. So the spike thing is kind of in the middle. We'll put it right there, so you guys can do what you want to do.
hey, look, I criticaled it. Okay, I don't think
Look
I
at-
can put a silica on.
Look at all those rolls, man. That's crazy. All right. So you guys are gonna work on it. We're gonna fast forward because it's not gonna be shooting at you guys. So, so you guys are able to destroy the iron spike that was kind of sticking out of the ground. However, the globe continues to stay there and just sort of, kind of emulates or kind of glows, and you see Chingo stuck kind of in mid stride in the middle of the thing.
No, bitch, that wasn't supposed to happen.
But Tanner, as he remembers, dispels magic. So, so he casts a dispel magic, and as he does that, Chingo comes out of the globe. However, the globe is still sitting there glowing.
And while all that's happening, I'm strapping to Razik's back a big statue.
All right, so you're gonna try to get that statue out of there.
Well, yeah, I mean, look at him. He's got arms galore.
So, Razik, how much can you carry?
Got a bull strength potion.
He would need it.
I have to compute with the...
Yeah, could you compute it?
I compute it with that, and then compute it with the bull strength if you don't have anything else increasing your strength already. 4 points. Let's see.
I don't know what your strength would be as a octopus. Do you know what it is?
Well, it's a matter of size, isn't it? It
I
doesn't
might
have anything to do
actually
with the
have
creature. It's a matter of size.
better with it as an octopus with 8 legs.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it automatically figures out what you can pull or push or lift off your strength on the inventory tab. That's what I was asking to see. I don't know if it would make a difference.
If he took on a quadruped like well, actually, Chingo, if he's out, can probably carry it when he's in his enlarged status, because his time was stasis size, right? Of his large size.
Or maybe both of
So
you
he
guys
gets
could carry it
he gets a
together.
+4. Yeah, he gets a +4 strength when he's in that size. Decent otherwise.
Let's see. All right, so let's see. Yeah, both of you, if you guys both work together, you probably could drag it out of here. So you guys gonna take it out?
Yeah.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Dude, I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
Carl was the one that was snatched. You said, right, or whatever.
It was Carl. Yep.
Was this thing's lair? Was there anything in it?
2,400 pounds.
Sorry, Nate. What was that?
I can do 2,400 pounds.
Oh, you could almost lift it on your own. You'd need somebody. It's 2,500. So figures, doesn't it? So, and you were going to ask Carl. Carl said he was. Remember, he was completely covered in spider web, so he couldn't see anything.
Oh, okay.
He was like cocooned.
Cocooned in shadow.
Yep.
Well, do we want to try and see if we can find this thing's layer on the Shadow Realm? Powerful as it was, it might have, things from other things it's
I can
captured.
carry it on my own at 5 feet per round.
Okay.
Well, yeah, the statue. Okay, cool. Well, Chingo will help if it helps him out getting it out and getting it to
Okay.
a wagon or something rather that we forgot to bring.
No problem. No worries.
Or if we have to bring a wagon back or whatever. Okay, what do you guys think about using this to try and see if we can find its web thingamaboppy, the home in the plane of shadow, if it's anywhere nearby this place?
Yeah, getting back may be challenging.
Oh, Shadow Walk's a one-way.
I think it is. I'll double check here. Hang on 1 second. Too many freaking windows open.
Our only problem is getting to the exact spot.
Let's see here.
Tanner should have like plane ships or something to go back.
Let me see what Shadow Walk. Let's see. Can you guys see that? Will it let you open it? I know we've had problems with that before.
Yep, that came right out of the regular book. So
Okay, good.
The 1 hour per level. Use the Shadow Walk spell. You must be dim. You can touch and transport along with coil and shadow stuff to the edge of the material plane where it borders the plane of shadow. The effect is largely illusionary, but the path is with you.
No, it looks like you can go back with this.
Move at a rate of 50 miles, bro.
It went right there and right back to its deal, so that suggested its layer is like right around here. That's why I'm like, if we can find it right off, that's.
Could always try it and see.
You can rate of 50 miles.
It's pretty fast.
Works great to, yeah. Well, we could travel in the plane of shadow and carry the statue and in a minute we'll be at town.
That's true, actually.
And step back out.
That is true.
But yeah, I guess if you interpret it the way I do, you can come back out to the material plane.
I do. Yeah, I misread it. Yep. Yeah, because it's on you for the duration of the time. So.
Yeah, so I would definitely want to do that. Go there, take a look around, all of us sticking together, and then I don't know. What do you guys think? It's a chance at some loot for this thing because it obviously wasn't keeping it here. If it has any, it's an intelligent being and a freaking guardian. So, and then we got the scroll for free, anyways.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
So you guys want to do that? You go into the plane of the shadow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Razik, do you want to change form, or are you gonna be a squiddy?
I think he has to carry this. Are you guys gonna use that to get back to town too?
Yeah, I can do it in that form, I guess.
Yeah.
Dinosaur form, whatever.
Alrighty.
All right, we all
So,
horse and tail and.
all right.
Climb up on him, I guess.
So everybody would have to touch Cormir though. So he's got enough levels to make it so everybody can go, but let's see, up to one touch creature per level. So you'd all have to kind of have your sort of some way for him to be able to touch you all as he's doing all of this. So you'd have to put
all of us holding hands and.
Yeah, I think that would work.
him do the same
Yeah,
thing.
I think so.
That's how I was getting the gist is everybody had to be
Yeah,
staying in contact. The minute we let go is where we could risk
right.
splitting apart.
Yep, I agree. So you guys do that, and Cormir, you're able to successfully cast the spell. And as you guys do that, everything sort of turns into sort of this grayish, sort of black and white type of picture. Immediately as you come into the plane of shadow, you see various things kind of flittering about, and you kind of hear a lot of chitter chatter and sort of whispering type of sounds that are ongoing, but you find it fairly easy to travel, to be honest with you. And as you come through, you see that you come right into another room that's exactly like the one that you were in before, but it's more of a shadow black and white type thing. And you see there's various objects kind of littered all across the room in here.
What
yeah.
about?
Yeah.
Are there any? I'm curious if there's any partners or.
Yeah. So. Yeah, as you kind of, go ahead and roll a perception check, and you kind of see, shadows sort of dance all over everything. So it's a little disorientating for you because you've never really been there before, and you really didn't know what to expect because you guys didn't have a chance to really examine or investigate and whatnot. Through the flittering shadows, you don't see anything that appears to be other creatures or whatnot. Or
spiderlings and the little
not that you can discern in this. So
what is it, trying to think of the mummy movies where the scarabs come in.
Oh yeah, yeah, those are cool. Yeah, no, nothing else that you can see. No swarms of spiderlings.
That daylight thing,
handy, yeah, for Tanner, sure. And then, so as you guys are kind of all holding hands and moving through as Cormir is leading you through, you guys find that there's things in here, even though everything is shadowy appearing, there are definitely objects that appear from the material plane. So you see there's, several kind of stacks of gold pieces and silver pieces mixed together. There's an empty it looks like a decanter that's made of quartz and has kind of a star-shaped stopper on top of it. You see some pearls that are here. You see it looks like rubies, and there's a sort of a parade helmet for kind of like a parade armor for a knight's guard type of thing. Has some gold inlay on it, and there's a necklace of gold with a bunch of dozen pearls set in it. So there's definitely a lot of material treasures that are sort of in this room that you guys recognize as the previous room that you're in. And again, the shadows and the whispering kind of continues to flit around the edges, and seems a little disorientating to you guys, but you're starting to kind of get the feel for how this works.
Okay, is there any carcasses or anything that's in any way
so
potential for being identifiable?
No, there
bring back and put the rest on this plane.
There really isn't. You just kind of find these objects that are here. There's some clothes that are here and whatnot, but nothing of anything that's identifiable at all.
All right. Well, if we find any remains, like the skeleton, whatever sucked to its marrow,
yeah,
or something like that, we'll bring back the remains.
Okay. Yeah, not that you guys are able to identify.
Okay. Well, irrelevant of identifying, we'll still bring back any remains.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Leave it in this
disturbed
place.
So you'll take everything that looks material.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Bring
okay.
It back and give it a good burial or whatever.
Yeah. And then do you guys want to try to travel out and?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should just shadow walk it back.
Yeah. So
Plan for the wagon. I forgot about it.
no problem. So as you guys are shadow walking through the area, the tomb that you know of, you're moving through very quickly, like about 10 times as fast as you normally would, and you guys get to the portal or the entrance that you saw that entered into the Whispering Cairn, and you enter through that, and you immediately end up in the middle of a huge desert that you have no idea where this would be. You've never seen this desert or anything that's here before.
Well, not like a wasteland, but literally a desert.
Literally a shadow desert. So you're in the middle of a desert that's shadow, the land of shadow. But if you're in a normal material plane, it'd be like a normal desert, and you see nothing else around.
Well, shut my mouth wide open. I'm playing for that. Forgot about the portal. All right. Well, I guess we turn around and go back through it.
So you guys go back through, and you immediately enter back into the room that's, and you can see the portal in front of you. That's sort of a shadowy type of portal.
All right. I guess we shift back here and
All right.
we hump it back the hard way.
So you guys shift back to the material plane. You notice that the portal is still in front of you. You guys go through the portal itself, and you are now back in the Whispering Cairn.
Much better than the desert.
We didn't bring enough water to the desert. There's plenty of water back here.
Right. And then you guys are going to go back to Daggerford, I assume?
Yeah, that's where he was suggesting Daggerford, and then from Daggerford, maybe we might want to go make contact with
Sure.
with his deal, unless we have anything else we have to do here.
Yeah. So so you guys are able to get back into Daggerford, and so you guys are there. Now this arrow is going to be absolutely
Thank you.
huge. So I know, right? So let me make that a little better size. So there's Daggerford there. Obviously, Waterdeep is up the road. You guys have been there. The town that Alustin was talking about is way up here.
Way up in the outback.
Yep.
Saddle. Yeah. Okay.
Long Saddle. So so it's a bit of a trip from what he had recommended for you guys. You guys do return back to Daggerford, and you do see that Alustin is gone, and all his materials and objects have been removed from the room as well, or the rooms.